hello and let's get on with it. Try get on Oh, hello, Tickling. Yeah, I'm good today. How about you? I'm considering my course of actions today, and I think I'm gonna start with trying to get that Nordheim armor at tier 3 again. And I'll take Dalincia with me, now that I know for the next nearly 2 hours she won't damage me. I think the closest to New Asagat is the Black Keep, and since I'll teleport there, I might as well do a run to the Tyros Deathkeeper. They have an ancient key on me. No, I don't. I'm actually gonna get one. I might have one in the bait vault in here. Yeah, more than one even. Yeah, everyone knows that Polish word. And as a trivia though, in Hungarian it spells exactly the same and it means exactly the same. Yeah, they are kind of spread around, especially after Poland joined the European Union. But you know what? There's so many people left. There's a ton of jobs in here in Poland. I mean, the salaries are great nowadays, and I have no idea why people still leaving. Yeah, we're not, but that word, uh, that word is the same. Although back in 16th, 17th century, Poland and Hungary were like close friends, and there was a saying. I don't remember. I used to know it. I don't remember how to say it in Hungarian, but in Polish it's Polak, Węgier, dwa bratanki, do szabli, do szklanki, which means Polish and Hungarians are like brothers for both fighting and drinking. Well, in a hard translation, it means they're like brothers for both the glass and the saber. I know, right? We're all part of the same union now. Wow, he took half of my health before the screen loaded up. Alright, see you later then. I'm gonna be, well, a while at my normal, usual hours. I am off today though, I'll have some errands to run throughout the day. Hello, yo, Derek Do. How you doing? Well, first I wanted to get the Nordheimer tier 3 armor, and it's the closest obelisk to teleport towards Blackkeep, and since I'm close to Blackkeep and I have Dalincia with me, I might as well make her kill Tyros and get another heart. To make another sword if I need to. And I'll see about that tier 3 armor, maybe hang around there for a bit and see through a few spawns, and then we will see. Wow, there's 2 enemies in one in here. Well, there isn't much to get from snowy northern areas. I mean, there's the frozen temple. Oh, yeah, the Temple of Frost. You can get black ice peaks and weapons. Yeah, it is awesome. Imagine that it was working with the Dragon Bone spear before. And you know, spears are a bit overpowered at the moment. Although in PvP, I would not be. I mean, a lot of people will swear by spear being the best PvP weapon, but the maul itself, that light opener, because it swings from the left to right. If you place your enemy like to your left side, then the light opener of the maul will immediately connect. And that's very useful in PvP. Oh, I actually went back for the key, so I can go straight in here. Bloody hell, she scared me. Why you do that to me, Dalincia? I was going up and I was like already expecting tires and stuff, and, and then she's walking like in front of me. Whoa, how? Wait, the DLC is out now? Or did they just announce it? I just like came back from work maybe half an hour ago. Oh, I'll still have to read on that then.
You don't want to cause trouble here. I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
I think she takes even less than like a minute to kill Tyros with that sword. And she's not losing much health at all. Yeah, it is. The only thing I would wish for is for the bug to stop, so that the follow command wouldn't bug out. And about the DLC, my main concern here is that I hope they're not gonna be that company that releases a bunch of fixes along with the DLC. Because I mean, I know it's marketingly appropriate to do it because people will come for the DLC and then there's a lot of fixes, so that might make them happy and all. But I feel like there's a lot of fixes that the game needs at the moment, a lot of bug fixes, and majority of them are very easy to do. So I have no idea if they were like holding up to those fixes for the DLC to get the population up. Well, I know it's good for marketing and advertisement of the game, but it's not good for the current player base. If something's broken, you want it fixed immediately, or as soon as possible at least. Hopefully the new Asa god wouldn't be cleared this time, so that we can see how she handles Nordheimers. I'm pretty sure she would be able to kill an entire village. Yeah, so that's exactly what I feared. They shouldn't do that. I mean, these are fixes. You're paying for the game full price. And if there's something broken, it needs to be fixed. Don't use it as a marketing technique. Like, we're doing the DLC, and because we're doing the DLC, we're also doing fixes. That doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way. We should be getting fixes all the time. If they're working on fixes, why are we not receiving them? I mean, I can understand that they're a company and they want to make money essentially, but the PR department is lacking. Are they gonna introduce any new modifications or? Yeah, armor upgrade like plating. It's not kind of useless. It's completely useless, really. I mean, the advanced armor plating, the thick armor plating. If you apply it to every armor piece, it will give you 15 additional armor, right? So even if the light armor set, I got 186. So what's 15 gonna do to that? Except for taking a quarter of the durability of the armor. So, and you know, durability on armor at least is pretty important. Because there are no legendary armor repair kits. And you need 5 repair kits every time the armor is damaged. Well, it is the best, yes. But to be honest, I would always strive to have to make the ammo set to have the durability as close to each other as possible. So, like this, I've applied the reinforcement kits to those two parts, but they are still behind the others. Now, I could use some other things like ammo flexibility or ammo reduction, which are decent kits, really, but that will take durability below the level of these reinforcements, so I choose not to. And on Silent Legion ammo, like that's specifically the ammo reduction kit doesn't reduce ammo because that would be weird. It reduces the weight of the ammo. And on the Silent Legion, let's take it off here and see. The middle parts have 1,800, the legs and the chest. If you apply ammo reduction, which will reduce the weight quite significantly, they will go down. It will go down to 1,350. It will go down to 1,350, and because all the other parts are 1,200, which will still be lower than this after the armor reduction upgrade, and it's lower by exactly what the advanced reinforcement gives to the durability. So put armor reduction on these two, on chest and legs, and then the reinforcements on the legs, gloves and the helmet, and you will end up with every part having 1,350 durability. Oh, where is she? There she is. Yeah, because the durability will go down equally on every ammo part.
I saw some. Down.
How do you plan to show me that? Alright, I'll see about that then. Oh! Okay. Yeah, as with everything, it took me quite a while to get used to using bows. He said it and he misses a simple shot, right? Now I'm worried.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Now I'm worried because bow works quite fine if you ask me. I mean the power attack could have some of that
Don't
release to
make
shoot
me
mechanic.
hurt you, wanderer.
But the light attacks are fine. I mean the third one on the bow. Let me see how many arrows I have to spare. Right. So the third one on the bow is quite long. But it also deals the most damage, and you can really get used to just doing 1-2 shots. Currently, they are quite powerful, like very powerful. Mostly, well, they maybe not like overpowered, but they are super easy to use to make yourself very powerful in PvE, and it's a good counter to bows in PvP. Oh, it's a tier 2 again. I usually didn't like daggers, but because of when they had the light finisher, because now that they don't have it, you only have the 1, 2, 3 attacks, and they keep repeating. No, the only good thing in the new Asagat is that you get a lot of steel from here. And you can find the tier 3 Nordheimer armor. Because there's a lot of builds for high grit, and that's the highest grit armor you're gonna get. It's exceptional. Unfortunately.
Someone's coming. Don't want to cause trouble. Taste death.
I wonder how the new armor is gonna work then. Is it going to be like you can have a single clan member having a DLC and making the armor for everyone else? Or is it going to be like the server uses the DLC, so if you wanna play on it, have the DLC? Because if it's the second thing, then that would be BS. Yeah, I would imagine so. It's like with the Conan sword and armor. If you have it, you can build it, but you can give it to whoever you want. Did they actually announce when the DLC is coming up? Right, so I hope it's gonna be more content than just a bunch of armors and bug fixes. Because the armors are mostly visuals, right? If they're gonna be really powerful, then such DLC could be considered pay to win. And if they're not powerful, then they're pretty much visual. And visual DLCs are usually reserved for the games that are free to play in the first place. So if it's just a bunch of armors and weapons, I'm gonna be disappointed. I mean, I'm already disappointed that they are actually admitting that they have so many fixes on hand, but they're going to release it alongside the DLC. Why? So yeah, that's usually what free-to-play games do, right? And that's essentially a mode, an official mode. Yeah, it probably is. Just like this Royal Ammo. Which I think I made one at some point. I think, but I'm not really sure because this armor is it's not very good. Yeah, I don't know how about that. If it's a skin, like if it's something that you apply and it changes your looks. Alright, yeah, if it's at least a new dungeon, then I'm down for it. If it's at least a new dungeon, then I'm down for it. But now are you saying that you can buy looks? If it's a skin, it is power. Because at the moment, when I see an enemy coming up at me, and I see them wearing Dafari ammo, I know they're going for strength. If I see them in vanilla ammo, then I know that they're going for grit. I can change my tactics according to how they look. If I can see them in a standard encumbered set, then I can safely assume that they are 50 encumbrance build. And that information is very crucial when opening a fight, PvP fight. 5 accuracy because the Huntress gives 5 accuracy. When I switched to it, I got 10 for the cripple. Like I equip a bow, and now it's 10. And I don't need accuracy for anything else than a bow. Then I can keep it at 5. I also did not have enough attributes for 10 accuracy on this build, because otherwise I wouldn't use the Huntress. Now the Nothamers did not respawn already. So yeah, if it's a skin that applies to an armor and it changes your looks, it's actually conceding your build. It's actually conceding your build, so you are losing quite an essential information about your enemy. So you can't say it's just visual looks and it doesn't give you power, because it would. And if it's a separate set of ammo, well, this is a pretty decent PvP build. But for raiding, I would use the encumbrance build that I had in one of my videos. Not the gatherer from the video from before release, but the one from after, when I speak about how to spend attributes when leveling and stuff, and the budget builds. There is a 50 encumbrance build that utilizes the flawless armor set for the encumbrance. That's very good for raiding, because 50 encumbrance, I mean, once you succeeded, you've broken into their base, destroyed a bunch of their chests, you want that momentum to be able to take as much loot as you can to capitalize on your victory. also a good build for PvP is a high grit. I don't have it now, but the 40 grit and the fluid swings, it makes your light attack but basically take next to no stamina. And some weapons are very good with light attacks, like daggers or a hammer or a bow. Do I look like my character in real life? No, I don't. 50 strength, that will give you berserker rage, right? But if you're below 25%, you're already in a big trouble. And that that increase from 40 to 50 strength will take a lot of your attribute points. That means you have a very low grit and encumbrance, and 20 encumbrance is very useful against them cripples. It's very useful. And so if you don't have, and also the weight, because the more carry weight you have, the lower your current encumbrance will be. So the lower stamina will your attacks consume and such. Yes, but every 10 points of strength give you 20% more damage, right? So you start with 100%. The first 10%, the first 10 strength will increase your damage by pure 20%, right? But once you already have 180%, then the next 20% increase is only a little more than about 10% effective damage increase. So you're losing a lot of attribute points for an effective 10% damage increase, for 1/10 of damage. I would allocate these attributes into other things because, well, if you put like say like this, because you would if you go for 50, you would definitely not be able to have 30 grit, and the 30 grit would actually allow you to have a lot more swings with your weapons before you run out of stamina, which should be more valuable than 1/10 damage increase. Oh, the HP regen back is very easy. Just walk toward the dancer, let the dancer regeneration stack up. Once it's up, go away from the dancer so that it disappears. Then go back to the dancer, let it stack up again. Go away, disappear. Go back, let it stack up again. Because every time you do get the dancer regeneration, it's not very high. Like it's not regenerating your health very quickly. But once it goes away from your stats, but actually it doesn't. So every time you go away from the dancers that actually disappears, it keeps applying to you, but it resets your capability of getting another stack. So you just keep repeating that and you'll get to ridiculous HP regeneration. What's with the 50 vitality? Eating, no, that's not a very good perk. You could just carry abysmal meat and that will have the same effect. I use abysmal meat. Very easy to farm. And not that far off the aloe soup. And considering that PvP damage, like hello Lisa. Considering that the PvP damage and especially poison and bleeding will stop you from healing, all the superior healings are not very. If you have the 30 survival and efficient battery, then you're going out from every dregs run with more than 200 meat, and that's enough for a few days. I actually discovered, well, found the answer to the riddle of when they will damage you and when not. And it comes down to the raiding time. When the raiding time is off, your trials will not damage you. When it's on, they will. Is that the talk to? Yeah. Yeah, I was quite happy when I discovered that. That solved a lot of issues. Yes, it is. Every purge named blacksmith will allow you to build a legendary repair kits. I mean, I have some right here, right? So it gotta exist. Flawless Cambodian armor is in the pirate ship. As in the black galley. So that's why I can't get them. It's still extremely hard, even if it is working. And most of the time, you get an animal purge instead of a. No, only the purge blacksmiths make the legendary repair kit. Now that I'm thinking of it, among all the... I found quite a lot of legendaries already, but I think I've only found a single spear, and that spear has a lower damage than a dragon bomb spear. Yeah, I think it's Shendelza. Yeah, yeah, I kind of remember it could be that one. No, it's not Berry. It's definitely not Berry. It's Shendelza. Oh, well, the sandstone's gonna interrupt my going to the chest. Well, the bad thing is that most armorers they won't even be able to make the flawless armor. I got a phone call. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Really? I mean, maybe you were because there's a few passages here. You have to be in this one. No, a shield. Huh. Oh. When is the last time you've reset your single player game? Well, actually, if you resetted your single player game after launch, it should be there. think the new Asa got. Oh, right. Actually, I've never checked him in a single player game. I don't like really play single player for anything other than testing. So I wouldn't go out farming there. Unless I'm testing tools or so. Oh, do I have an arrow in the head back again? Yay. Sometimes I also do testing. I would start up a private server and then join in there myself, because some mechanics might differ in between single player and multiplayer. Especially when you're testing like some fighting techniques in PvE. They often differ a lot in single player when you essentially have no lag at all, and multiplayer when you have any lag. I think the armorer should have respawned by now. Yeah, and I need the Notheimer armorer tier 3 for an archer build, among others. Oh yeah, yeah. It's quite satisfying when you can do the King's Scourge effectively, right? Because it's quite a good fight. This Tyros Deathbringer fight, it has been changed and polished a lot. I'm a big fan of 200 weapons, but not in Conan Exiles really. I mean, the main issue I have with 200 swords in Conan Exiles is that it doesn't have a thrust attack. Yeah, for PvE they're good.
Who's there?
Ymir will have your heart, Outlander.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. God sake you.
Well, did she have a dialogue about like that? Oh, Whistling. Yeah. She's gonna slaughter them now. Yep. But there's well, the dancer is male in there. I mean, it's actually appropriate right now, but for my character at least. Yeah, the Lyncher is doing the full Tyros Deathbringer cosplay here. Yeah, it's funny how especially in Conan Exiles, the majority of players are playing female, and it's not even a cosmetic choice. If you pick female and you make her the smallest model possible, it has a lot of advantages. One being, for example, the Kingslayer will not hit you at all most of the times, and if you make him stand at any ground higher than you, then he will not hit you at all. Also the Tyros Deathbringer, he will miss a lot of attacks if you're the smallest female model. No, the trolls are not affected by the temperature. Yeah, that would be bad if the trolls would be affected by temperature, because that would mean like you place a base in the snow, you place a bunch of archers, and then something would bug out and they would all die to cold, you would be you wouldn't be happy about it, would you now? Right, so while I wait for the Nordheimer armor respawn, I'll make Dalincia kill the King Rhino now. Do I still have a spare skeleton key? Yeah. I'll get rid of some of the useless stuff. Alright, yeah. Alright, King Rhino. It's you and Dalicia. You and Dalicia, really. Though, it's still before the raiding time. I'm gonna make an ultimate risk and go under the belly of the King Rhino with her. Since I got 40 strength, I can actually add quite a lot of the DPS to him. Come on, you. Oh, but she's not hitting me, but I am hitting her, so I'm gonna bail out. She's doing it now. Oh, what are you doing, Dalincia? Yeah, she's doing enough DPS with that Tariff Sorrow.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
I'll actually check after the fight if I can actually damage my Dalincia.
I don't want to hurt you, but I
Don't really
will.
want to do it now in the middle of a Rhino fight.
Make me hurt you, wanderer. Taste death. Die!
Yeah, she's killing
Don't
me
want to
really
cause
quick.
trouble here. I don't
No,
want
she's
to
she's
hurt
a
you,
she's
but
a
I
good
will.
troll. She's using the exploit. The exploit is if you go under the belly of the Rhino King, he won't be able to hit you, and you can constantly hitting him. And trolls are using that bug as well.
Trouble here.
As you can see, she's still got the full HP. Now she's gonna get hit. The Rhino's down to like 2/3 of health already. Yeah, Dalincia the exploiter. Yoder again.
Gods take you. Curse
No, Mounts of the Dead.
Don't make me hurt you, wanderer.
Oh, daggers. Oh, come on, Dalincia, kill him already.
Taste death. You picked the wrong fight.
Oops.
You don't want to cause trouble here. I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Okay, I'm back now. Oh, I've ruined it. Oh, I've ruined it.
Taste death. You don't want to cause trouble here.
Ah, so I think it has to do with being knocked down while emoting. Let's get some health back up and I'll make him hit me again.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Don't make me hurt you, wanderer. Taste death.
I know, right? Look at that. She's got no spine. Alright, why did you two stop fighting? Oh, now they're at it again.
You don't want to cause trouble here.
It does, doesn't it? Now I'll go back and check on the armor again, Nottheim armor. It's almost been a month and I'm checking on that armor quite often and I still haven't got a tier 3 one yet. I mean, I'm not even asking for the legendary, just a standard tier 3 armor. We could really use some balance in the spawns in the game. Is it the tier 3 Nordheimer armor? I'm specifically looking for Nordheimers for the grit ammo. I have a lot of tier 4 armorers, but for Nordheimers, the tier 3 is the max you're gonna get without the purge. Yep, very exceptional set. Even though the light Vani set, the Vani settler, the exceptional and flawless version, the middle part, the legs are invisible. I will check the den right after this. Oh, they haven't respawned yet.
Any closer, and I've got you.
The Vani settler, the light Vani armor, normal one is okay, but exceptional and flawless leg, which in this case would be a skirt, is invisible.
Who goes?
Yep, you know now. And it is especially annoying for people who play on full nudity. Yeah, well, they are releasing fixes with the DLC. I would wait until that. I was actually planning to make my own mod for the game, but they did promise that up until release they have to work on they were working on the crashes and stuff, and they did promise that right after release they're gonna sort out all the balance issues. And we're almost a month after the release, and we'll still have to wait for the first patch really to go alongside the DLC.
Stop skulking like a Zamoran thief.
Where did Delincia run off to now? Oh, there she is. Exactly. I mean, yeah, I've already said enough about this. That's really, really disappointing. Yeah, axe is a great weapon for both PvP and PvE. Two times loot mode? What do you mean with that? Like everything dropping the double loot?
Don't make me hurt you, wanderer.
What was that about,
Don't
Delincia?
want to hurt you, but I
You like,
will.
you wanna hit me? Alright, try and hit me. Yeah, you see, we're outside of raiding time, so bugger off. Still got about half an hour of you not killing me.
Gods take you.
I don't usually carry dragon bones with me for repairs. When I'm running low, I tend to go by one of my bases before the weapons get really damaged, or just kill a hatchling or two and then repair them. Yeah, she is apparently. I wonder what's up with that. I wonder why did Moss decided to give a double spawning time on the server, or actually half spawning time, because instead of 15 minutes to respawn, things are taking half an hour. Dragonborn is doing 2 more damage than a flawless Serpentman. Yeah, the Dragonborn is doing +2 damage. Flawless Serpentman weapons are doing 2 damage less than Dragonborn weapons, but Serpentman weapons only take iron bars to repair, so very easy. Very good weapon for farming if you don't have an immediate access to the Dragonborn weapons. Because with Serpentman weapons you can get them at level 1 even. No, there are no. Well, normal Dragonborn weapons are pretty much the same as most legendaries, so that would be quite OP, wouldn't it?
closer and I'll gut you.
Curse you! Curse you!
Ymir will have your heart out.
Taste death.
Yeah, but if you make flawless version of a Dragonbone weapons, then nobody's gonna use legendaries.
No closer.
Any closer and I'll gut you.
Moss is the server admin that I'm playing on.
Stop skulking like a Samorian thief.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Oh, I'm going to check the den now. I didn't know Moss before I joined the server, and I joined the server when I saw one of his streams that they were doing the PvP arena, and I pretty much joined specifically for that. But then I decided to stay even after lunch. Because it's actually a really cool community here. When you say den, you mean that spot with the hyena armor people, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't usually go there for some reason. Does the Kushite armor have any special ammo? Well, never mind. Dalincia took care of that. Oh wow, these tend to drop a lot of back. Like most legendary armors, like you can find the legendary high, well, the heavy savage armor. Now I gotta check what his name is. Hyperbolian, something like this armor. You can find the legendary version, but he will not make the armor itself. Yeah, hyena is found around here now, in the scoundrel's getaway. Look, it's another 1,000. Oh, so is Moss saying that we make in a volcano a raiding area, like a raiding arena, really? Not really fond of that general idea. Yeah, no, I'm not fond of that idea. Zingarian. I always do Zingarian characters because of the face preset really. Okay, so it's 10 minutes. But did the Rhino King respawned already? Right, Delincia, do your job then. Oh, I actually have to let him hit me so that Delincia will join the fight. Alright, hit me. Yep, you got it. Now she's joining. Oh, but it's really close to the raiding time now. I'm gonna steer away from her sword.
Gods take you. Don't make me hurt you, wanderer.
I'm gonna... oh, I can't go to the lake now, so I'm gonna climb the tree and go grab myself a drink. And I'll be right back.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Don't make me hurt you, wanderer. Taste death. You don't want to cause trouble here. Taste death. Curse you! I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Don't make me hurt you, wanderer. I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Taste death.
I'm back. So are you saying the aloe soup is much better?
Gods take you.
I'll have to test that then.
Don't make me hurt you, wanderer.
Ah, see, I'm alive. Dolincia's alive.
Don't
All's
want to
good.
cause trouble here. You picked the wrong fight.
Thank Chrome for the trees, right?
Taste death. Curse you! You don't want to cause trouble here. Curse you!
Wow, she barely lost any HP.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Die!
I'm gonna help her a bit. Oh, no, no. The Rhino's completely ignoring me. Dolincia is a much bigger threat to him. Even though I am 40 strength.
Taste death.
Like, get away with your pitiful damage, player.
Don't make me hurt you, wanderer.
Aye, he's almost dead. And now dead. Let's get rid of some of the useless stuff. And I still got a spare skeleton key on me. Well, definitely none of the shields. Never really thought if I have a favorite. I mean, I don't really have a favorite weapon type because it's rock, paper, scissors. But if I were to say that my favorite from different weapon types, then I would say that the splinter is my favorite bow. Then the axe of the lion is my favorite axe for the strength bonus. The black dragon pike is my favorite spear because it's got a high damage and plus 50 stamina. And then I don't no other favorite legendaries really. But it's about time they would do something with the shields. The shields are like they're steering in between. They're either overpowered or they're useless. They used to be useless. You would have to be like really facing an enemy perfectly for the shield to work. And now you can target lock an enemy, hold the block button and eat. Yep, you need a named blacksmith from a purge, and he will give you the legendary repair kit recipe. Or as in, he can do it himself, he won't give you the recipe. It's the same with the purge alchemists. They will allow you to make black and white dye. Okay, so at this moment Dalincia will be damaging me in melee, so I need to steer away. I'm gonna change, yeah, it's 20:30 and 8:30, so she begins to damage me now, so I'm gonna take more caution to steer away. No, admin cannot set it up. A modder can make a mod for that, and admin can install that mod, but he cannot set it up in admin settings. Let's make her kill the white tiger now. Come on, white tiger, hit me before she gets too close. Good, she's pissed now. And he's aggroing her. Very good.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
I'm gonna try to stay close enough to try to get hit with the first light attack if she does it, to confirm that she's damaging me now. Don't wanna get hit by the third or fourth heavy attack though. Yeah, that's a double hit that can kill me instantly. Oh, come on. Really? You're gonna stand there? Let's see if I can get rid of the bushes.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
I'm gonna try to get into the first light swing. Oh, she did not attack me. Wow, that didn't damage me. Okay, so might not be the case with raging time, I have no idea. Oh, she did that, yep. So it does work. It's just the first light swing that didn't. Also notice how much damage did she do to me with a single swing, right? That's Dalincia for you. Did she bug out now because of hitting me? She was definitely standing there derping for a while. Maybe regretting her.
You don't want to cause trouble here.
Weren't there some dogs? think there is an option in the server settings to add the sand dogs to the sandstones, and it's been there since the very beginning of the game. Though it never. Oh great! Did he bug out? No. Come on. What have we done to him? Well done, Dalicia. Well done. Well, it's not in the settings, as you can go in from the settings menu, but if you look in the file with settings in them, there you will find that option there. So the tiger is still underneath me because I can hear it, but stuck in a cave now. They are on the map, right? You can find them now. They're about sun-swept ruins. Yeah, they're over here. I can actually go there and show you. Yeah, that'll give me something to do. I'll actually go there. I haven't been there in quite a while. Bad, Dalicia. You've destroyed the white tiger spawn. Now everybody will have to wait for the server restart to kill the white tiger. You wouldn't go a day without breaking something, wouldn't you, Dalicia? Good thing that the server restarts every 24 hours, so you never get into a dumb situation like this for more than a day. Whoa. I'm really scared of that sword again. Oh right, I forgot about you. There's a croc boss here. Let's not engage him for a while. Oh, Where's that? I haven't noticed that base before. Whose is it? The Bear family. Let's make sure I'm not going the wrong way. Okay, and let's make sure I'm not going toward her, because I can see that that's a Dalencia, right? Yeah, I think it's a Dalencia. And since it's raiding time, my Dalencia will attack his Dalencia, and because she's more appropriately equipped, that will be a short fight. So did Moose mention that this war zone they're making out of volcano is like, when is it going to be effective? Because I do have a base there, and I know my allies do as well. And I'm not sure if I'm not gonna hold a grudge against anyone who will attack it. Alright, good, good. I mean, there are best trials in the game there. So it's a very popular spot, believe it or not. And also, you don't want to make a war zone in a heavy temperature reliant zone. You know, like for example, I won't be able to use any of my high grit Vanny set builds over there, because they're all these armors are versus cold. So if the war zone's gonna be effective, it should be around the neutral area. I won't join in now when I'm streaming, really. boss there now. There's also a quest regarding finding 3 specific items. I know where 2 of them are. I don't know where the 3rd is though. Some shards or whatnot. One is with the pirate captain, right? And the other one is in that hidden passage with the on that mob that looks like a locust boss. I don't know where the 3rd one is though. What does that quest give you anyway? Okay, and what's the whole one used for? Oh, so it's one of the pieces for the ultimate reward then, right? Actually, they do look like cards, but yeah, they do have a feline look. Not much. Well, there is some canine to it. I don't know. Well, it says in the file that the dogs really. Well, you can tell me if you want. I'm not. They die in a single hit, don't they? I don't use elixirs at all currently because you don't get the Grey Lotus. The only way you can get Grey Lotus alright, I'll have to figure out where that is. Yeah, they're not very. I think they were dropping something special. Yeah, or maybe not. Elixir seems inexpensive, but to get Grey Lotus you need to get into the sinkhole, right? And there's only like 2 chests. One will have like 2 grey lotus flowers or 3, and then the other one will have a few seeds, and then you have to grow them and harvest them. So it's pretty cumbersome to get, and a lot of good elixirs require grey lotus. And then the next part is that a lot of elixirs require crimson lotus, and as we've already found out, you cannot grind the crimson lotus into powder for a reason unknown. So that's a lot of elixirs out of the picture. So I never bother with the remainder. And the wall paints, I do use them sometimes. But leaving on a tree, although recently my internet service provider is not lagging me that much, and I might be using it more often. But then waypoints actually locks you down to a certain build, and I do like to change my builds around. So if I can use a build that doesn't require wall paint, I'll be glad. If it does require wall paint, then oh well. Like my best gatherer build, which is 50 encumbrance, 30 survival, 30 vitality and 10 strength. This actually requires flawless encumbrance armor and encumbrance warpaint to pull it off. So I would use a warpaint for that. Should I really? I mean, when I see some of the popular Twitch streamer chats, then I'm always wondering how they actually manage to read anything on them. Well, I did lose quite a few subs after I posted the archery is not weak video. Yeah, just Hosa is making nice videos. They're short and they get to the point. If you Google something you need, you most likely gonna get one of his videos displayed. Oh wait, Firespark is playing on our server, right? Yeah, that's true. Let me see if I can find that crocodile cave. Oh yeah, it might be someone else then. I'll probably end up simply googling where the cave is. Then again, I don't really want to finish that quest. Although I might at some point, like if I ever decide to stop playing Conan Exiles for a while or whatever, I'll probably finish it, do it with actually finishing the quest. I don't plan on leaving Conan Exiles anytime soon though. I really wanna check the DLC and what they're about to give us, because the Conan Exiles was a big success for Fancom, so I'm guessing they're gonna put a lot of work into it. I'm just hoping that they're not gonna try to pull a minor DLC for a high price every month. Oh, what is that? I haven't seen that one before as well. Alright. I found the base. May I burn it? I'm just kidding. Oh, so that's what it's for then. Yeah, if you want that achievement, go into single player, type in Toad, and type in make me admin, and then go into the fly mode and hold space for a while. Then undo the fly mode and you've done the achievement. The only hard achievements to get in this game is that one that wants you to kill someone by standing on his head, because you actually need a second player for that.
You picked the wrong camp, mate.
Yeah, I'm myself. I'm not really. That's a show of. That's the show of emote learning book. I'm not much really into the achievements game. It's especially funny with the Steam cards that you get for playing the game. Like these collectibles. You never get enough of them for a set to give you anything, and so you'll have to buy more. And what they give you that Steam level, right? Which does nothing except for being a Steam level. So people buy them cards to collect sets so that they have a higher Steam level. But personally, I would not pay to have a number displayed next to my name. It's like You have 100 something number. Well done, you. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to find that cave right now. I'm gonna go to the nearest map room. Yeah, I'll probably Google it. Ah, so somewhere around here. Alright, I'll search that then. Have I ever mentioned that I'm a terrible navigator? Well, we're gonna give it a try anyway. Oh, that looks like a key. Bend the knee? Is there like an emote here somewhere? Is that a crocodile boss inside there that I'm gonna spend like 20 minutes hitting? And my Delincia would probably die on him. Oh. Well, there's only one way to find out. Oh, how do I cancel that now? Alright, right mouse button. Don't you dare be swinging that sword next to me now. I still don't have it open on my map. Alright, so the plan is Delincia goes in first. I'm not gonna go near her because in a way. And then if she dies, or when she dies, then I'll finish the croc. get rid of the small ones first. Is she attacking? She isn't, is she? No. Oh, he's not a world boss for sure. He lost way too much HP. Oh, get out of the way, that eats you. Yeah, definitely not the world boss. He doesn't give a skeleton key as well. Alright, so we have all the pieces, no? I think there's a map room over here somewhere. Need a sinkhole. Yeah, I'll need to place a map room near the Dregs dungeon and near the Black Keep. Oh, and there's a boss chest I can use that spare skeleton key on. Alright, another spear that's worse than Dragon Bone. Go away, spider. Yeah, so the Dragon Bone is 50 damage, 9% armor penetration, while this legendary spear It's 43 damage, 8% legendary, at 8% penetration. That's 7 damage less. Legendary spear. It's a cheating spider boss, because he's teleporting behind you if you block his attacks. Oh, visually, it's definitely Swangle. If you're speaking about efficiency of trolls and materials, then it's Mounds of the Dead. And for trolls alone, it's Volcano, obviously, because it's the best. I used to like areas around New Asagot, but that was before it started to rain all the time in there. And rain here is not obscuring your view as much in Swangle, so it doesn't really bother me that much. No, never. Only Dalincius there and Berserkers. At least after lunch. And with New Asagot, I have never gotten any T4 trial in there. And I have cleared Asagot at least a few hundred times. Yeah. I'm gonna... forgot I actually need to reload before I go on the elevator. Unless I would want to confirm the theory that trials will die if you make them follow you on an elevator. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I got plenty more Dalincias. But let's confirm the theory. Or bust it. Oh, she's not teleporting yet. She's still down there. See what happens when an elevator stops. Oh! Hello there. You know what? I'm actually gonna take your belongings and have you follow me. I mean, yeah, it's like the first Dalincia that didn't die. Alright, follow me now then. There is another elevator trial for her. She's persistent, she doesn't want to die. And she's been joining me for 3 days now, right? Oh, let's see how you fare against the horizontal elevator. Look, I'm going up. Oh, she didn't fare well there. And now that she's dead, let's see if I can have another trial follow me. Yeah, no longer bugged, right? Check this out. Ha! Oh yeah, they do die from fall damage. They die for sure. And more so, they die from fall damage that would not kill you, the player. But it unbugs the bug that you have, like, you cannot have more trials following you when they bug out. Maybe that's because I didn't move in the elevator going up, but she definitely didn't fare well going horizontal. Okay, so I still think I have about 3 Dalincias left and a single Berserker that are already deployed that I need to, well, let's say, use up. Because if I do that, then I can merge clans with the Predator, and all these will become hostile for a reason. Or maybe they will fix it in a patch after the DLC. We'll have to check that as well. Why did I come here instead of a vault? I need to unload some stuff. So yeah, out of all legendaries, daggers are pretty decent. Everything else is not. Wait, what happened to the Silent Legion gloves? Oh, there they are. No, you won't. I won't lose the buildings. I mean, there's only 2 members in my clan, and the toxin is rather inactive. So I'm just gonna kick him out of the clan and then leave the clan. Well, disband the clan. All the buildings and all my possessions should go back to me. And then when the toxin comes back, we'll just invite him to the Wild Horde. To be honest, I want to wait for the patch now and see if it changes so that I won't have to kill all my trolls. They're already placed. And because the bad thing is there is no alliance system in the game, so if he's getting raided and I would want to help, his trials would attack me, like that time when he was having a purge against the dragons. I went to help him and his archers would not stop shooting me. And the same with the purge the day before yesterday when the locusts attacked me over here, right? Dalincia would keep attacking them. Would keep attacking Predator. Yeah, so there's another Dalincia to use up. And there's a Berserker in one of the other towers, which is identical to Dalincia really. And I think I have another one or two Dalincia in my other bases. I mean, they did explain once that they don't want the alliance system so that clans would not get a dominating position over the entire server. I'm not really sure myself if it's working like they hope it is. Alright. Never played Dark, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it does sound like a terrible excuse. Now let's test another theory of mine. I think that it's always best to put the weapons... Oh, actually I need to go for the blacksmith to do that. I think it's better to put the weapons into the blacksmith bench if you have a good troll in it. The repair cost should be lower. Now I see that the spear and an axe are about the same durability, and I'll double check that the cost of production of these is the same, and then we can see if it's better to put them in the bench or if it doesn't matter. So the Dragon Ball spear costs 5 Dragon Ball, and the same as the Dragon Ball War Axe. So let's test it out now then. Do I have Dragon Ball here? Yeah, sure I have. I'll put the... seems that it's more damaged axe in here. So that's 67 Dragon Balls. It took 2 to repair them. And if I do it from an inventory, it should also take 2 if it doesn't matter. Ah, but it took 5, yep. So it's much better to put the stuff you want to repair with materials into the bench with a good troll in it. so tomorrow after I run some errands I will do some shield testing if I can hopefully find someone to help me with a test, because I'm pretty sure that different shields work differently. Like, I know for sure that some shields would block certain weapons while others will not. The same with bouncing, and the same with actually letting the... As every Friday, right? Right, then I'll have some more time to check that DLC announcement before I go to sleep. But for the game itself, I'll be closing it now, so that'll be it, and thanks for watching, people.